Okay, this is a little test run of somewhere I come to. I've not gone to the place I thought I'd be going to. Our typical wildlife lands on top of the camera while I'm filming. A little hoverfly seems fascinated by the lens housing of the Nikon camera I'm filming with now. Hopefully that sound doesn't come out too boomy. Did I explain what this was? Terrible memory, even over a few seconds. Sorry, a slight adjustment now. This is a sort of test run video of a Koolertron shoulder stabilizer. I'm around 6 foot tall. I'm not overweight, but I'm fairly stocky, muscular build, and this seems to be fitting okay. It's underneath my left shoulder. I've got my Carter, can't remember the name of it, my big backpack over my right shoulder, and my Nikon P900 attached to the front of this. Now there is another arm that extends out, but what I did was I decided not to put that on because I thought as I was walking it would exaggerate the movement, so I want to try and keep it as steady as possible because people may be interested in buying one of these. So what I'm doing is I'm just walking along, and just to show the video of my bike in my left hand, so the P900 is sort of pointing off of my right shoulder, kind of in front of the, just ever so slightly above the shoulder blade. That's the pheasant. If you ever hear that noise and you don't know what it is, that's a pheasant. I normally see them up here. There's even a black one I've seen up here. There's two places where I've seen black pheasants. This is one of the places. It's kind of an old wood. I live fairly close to this, not close enough. Now with a bit of luck, because I've got the camera on and I'm filming along this section, fortunately not many people walk it, and it's quite often boggy after rain. It seems rather dry, surprisingly, after a recent winter. Now along this section you do get Goldcrests, or at least I have seen them here, albeit only a couple of times. And normally right on this section, if I just point up there right near the tops of the trees, normally just whizzing in and out, you never really see them low here. Just wonder if this clamp over my shoulder just might need a bit of tightening. It just feels a little tiny bit loose, not much. It's alright though. It's not moving, but then that's probably because of the strap under my left shoulder. It's holding it in place. And if you really happen to be a portly person, you might need to replace the strap. Might need to replace the strap with a bigger one. Not necessarily. Like I say, I'm no lightweight, but neither am I a heavyweight. I'm above normal weight. I'm probably above the index that they give you at your GP for weight for your height. Though on me, it's not in a bad way, it's in a good way. That's because I go through periods of exercising and things. So here we are. This is a old wood. You might find that the camera, I mean this won't be the greatest stabilizing product in the world. One of those ones where it sort of floats. I'd like to get one of those eventually, but this was just for situations where sometimes I see birds singing and I film them. at a greater magnification, and I'm not always entirely happy with the results. You know, it's great having these high-powered super zooms. I mean, this is a super zoom camera if you haven't seen one. It's quite chunky. In fact, there's a vape chain called the London Vape Company, and in my local one, the guys in there sort of know me, Joshua, Amir and Cav, and I was in there the other day. Cav was in there and he had a friend there who just bought himself a D7100, nice camera, SLR, and he was showing it to me because I'd mentioned that I'd just bought the camera. I'd been telling Cav about for several weeks, said I finally got around to getting it. So he showed me his D7100, so I was telling him what I bought. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it. And then I remembered, of course, I had my backpack on with my camera in it. So I said, I'll get it out, you can see it. And he said, all right then. And when I got it out, bearing in mind he's sitting there with the D7100 and his face just went, oh my God, look at the size of that. Nice if he could take a few shots of it and mess about, and I'll let him do it. Nice old wood this. Unfortunately, you only have to go about a couple of hundred yards in that direction, and it's full of screaming kids and rabbiting women that don't seem to understand what the idea of a walk in nature is all about, and probably miss loads and loads and loads of things because they're rabbiting about what they saw in EastEnders. At least that's what I normally end up listening to when I'm stuck behind somebody. Which is why I come up this back path, and because it's nicer. And I normally only do it here because it's so close to a built up area. I only do it on a weekday. I still had shouting children 5 minutes before I pressed play on the button. You feel like just screaming back, shut the f up. It's okay saying that people are people, but it's brain dead people like that don't appreciate nature or have any respect for it, is the reason why nature gets ignored and we lose a lot of wildlife. Now, nature documentaries are on the TV for a reason. Watch them, learn, and take it in. Oops. The camera looked a little bit tilted there. I don't know if that's level actually. I should buy a little level, spirit level, and glue it onto the arm of this thing. Actually, you know where I am. Go past that gate, walk about 50 yards and jump over a 12-foot fence. You're in the Spurs training ground. I might be a Spurs supporter, but I don't go around there hanging about for the players to turn up, but you do get people there with a load of shirts trying to get them signed, so they can put them on eBay, and some idiot pays £500 for a shirt that's already priced at £50. There you go. What do we have over there? I do believe it might be that pheasant, could be a crow. Ah, that noise was a crow. Let's see, I want to do some zooming in. Take my sunglasses off. Go on, go past. It's like I'm filming. No, it's a crow. Fascinated, is she? Zoom in on something. See how this works out. Focus that great. All the way up. Let's see. That's not all the way. It seems to be losing focus. Maybe that was too near. Oops. Anyway, that was a sort of test run. Let's do like a pan around while holding it. There's a gentleman I often see up here. I'm sure I saw him jogging once. There's always one. You want to do a bit of filming and photography at work, you come down, yeah. Somebody always comes along. But then maybe they think like I do. You'll come up during the week when it's quiet and you're thinking exactly the same thing about me. There's always one. Yeah, it's a little test run. If I see anything interesting, I'll turn the video camera on again.